Hey guys, hope you are good and you're enjoying the rest of your week. Today I'm going to do a nice hot curry. So here we go. Now I'm frying my onions. Sorry, I forgot to mention that I am doing a chicken curry today. So my ingredients that I'm going to be using is my curries. I like to add a bit of garlic, or lots of garlic, chopped up carrots, tomato. I'm going to use some tomato puree because my tomato isn't so ripe. So I'm going to add a bit of tomato puree. Then I'm going to use a bit of paprika for color. I'm going to use cumin. I'm going to use curry leaves. I'm going to use a bit of garam masala, and I'm going to add bay leaves as well. Yep, so I'm just frying my onions. My onions are getting a bit brown. I'm going to add my curry powder. I've got an assortment of curry powders, and all my spices I'm going to add to my frying onion. So I've just added all my spices into my frying onions, and I'm going to turn it and fry the curry and the spices and everything together with my onions. The curry has to cook in the oil because you don't want it a case with your curries and your spices being raw. Okay, everything's been fried together. I'm now going to add my garlic. I've added my garlic, so now I'm going to add my chicken pieces, my raw chicken pieces, to this mixture. And then I will fry my chicken. Then I'll add a little bit of salt. And now I'm going to fry my chicken together with the onions and the curry. I've added my carrots in with my chicken. And I'm going to cover it for a few minutes and let it cook. At the same time, I've got my rice cooking. I put a bit of turmeric in there, so that's cooking and getting ready. I've got my butternut cooked and ready as well. That's going to be a vegetable at the side, and my boiled potatoes, which I'm just waiting to add. I've stirred it a little bit more, and I'm going to cover it for another few minutes. Can you see how my chicken's browned in all my spices with the bay leaves and the curry and all my cumin and all my spices? I'm going to let it cook for another few minutes, and then I'm going to add my chopped tomatoes. As you can see, I've added a bit of vinegar and a bit of tomato puree in there, which I'm going to add fairly soon. Then I've done a beetroot with onion salad as well as coleslaw salad, and these vegetables are for my stir fry, which I'm going to do in butter. See, my curry is nice and brown. Everything is brown and ready for me to add my tomato and my tomato paste. So I'm going to stir this in, and then I'm going to cover it for a few minutes. I've added my tomatoes. I'm now also going to add my boiled potato. Then I'm going to turn this for a little while. I've added my potatoes, as you can see there, and I'm going to let it simmer with the potatoes for a little while. Then I'm going to add a bit of water, a bit of stock, and then I will let it simmer, and then that will be my curry done. See how lovely this curry is looking, how delicious it's looking. So what I'm going to do, what I've done is, the stock I'm going to use is the water that I've boiled the potatoes with. That adds a bit of flavor instead of just adding plain water. So I'm going to use the stock from my boiled potatoes, and I'm going to add it into this chicken. Then I'm going to stir it, cover it, let it simmer for like about 5-10 minutes, and then my curry will be ready. So I'm going to add my stock. I've just added it into the can, tomato puree can, so nothing's wasted. So I'm going to stir this, and I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it simmer for another 10 minutes or so. Then I will show you the end product. I've added the stock and a bit of water, just for the stock to cover the chicken pieces a bit, so the chicken pieces are cooking. So what you need to do is to just turn every two minutes. So what I want is this water to go down, and yeah, then my dish will be ready, my chicken curry. I've got my stir fry going. I added pure butter, a bit of cooking oil, a bit of garlic, fried that in the oil, and I added my vegetables. This is my stir fry. And then here I've got my chicken simmering away. I need this water to go down there a little bit more, and then everything will be ready. All my spices, my curry leaves, everything must be cooking together. I'm going to cover that a little bit more and get my stir fry cooking. My stock is going down a bit, so I'm going to turn it just now. My stir fry is cooking. I don't want it to get overcooked, so in another 2 minutes or so I'm going to turn this off. I've just turned it again. I'm going to cover it for another few minutes because I want this to go down a bit. I don't want too much of the curry, the gravy, so it needs to go down a bit, so I'm going to cover it. And my vegetables are almost done. I'm now going to turn them off, and they're ready. And I'm just going to put the cover on, and that's done. See, the curry powders I've been using is Raja, Hot Pot, and I've mixed them all up. Right, my curry is done. As you can see, it's just a thick, rich curry sauce mixed with the chicken. So I'm going to turn this off, and that's my curry done. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this cooking session. See you again. Bye.